Based on the spacing of the agents, I'm going to say they might go into a fast mid-B split here, Dan.
Absolutely. It will be interesting to see exactly how Sentinels decide to handle this one. We have some information sought after that. They're certainly going to be hearing the presence. Drone going up. There's a quick flash coming through to try to see if they're all the way to market just yet. But you can see the pace is stopped here for Furia. They're looking for a response after this initial pressure.
Yeah, and you can see Mazin now is using that Astra to use the global abilities, help his team take mid, but now he's faded into A main. And you can see the killjoy Khalil has pulled off of B main. This is now a cat split, Dan. They're going up.
Oh no, zombs will actually take one down through the Astra smoke, through the nebula. That's unfortunate there. xand will fall, and it is slow progress to the site here, but QCK able to pick off one. Spike looking to get planted on the site now. Retake effort is coming through here. There's a quick flash, and Sentinels will be slowed slightly by that nano swarm. Perfect timing on that one as they look to go for a quad peek all the way up from rafters here. And TenZ, of course, kicking things off quite nicely, finding a quick headshot. The return, though, from Furia as they look to hold this one, but two players stuck, isolated underneath rafters in hell. ShahZaM will make quick work of NZR, and it's looking like it's getting a little bit tight here for Sentinels as they're moving in. Still some time left. There's the pressure on that spike. Mazin will take down ShahZaM, and it's leaving it all to Sick here. Two places to look. Not sure exactly where the other player is. Doesn't know that he's in hell, and that's it. Khalil will finish it off. Very well done from Furia, holding their nerve throughout the rounds.
Excellent round there.
I say that, I don't get ahead of myself here. Of course, we've got the force coming through from Sentinels.
Yeah, look how far Furia is off the choke stand. It's like they know that Sentinels isn't afraid to invest into these rounds, but on this round, it looks like only TenZ has really bought a Marshall. Everyone else just keeping the classic sick with the frenzy in hand. And now we have the drone clearing out B main. And if you pay attention here, Furia is left too near A, right? Just in case they need to roll off, quickly go to the A site if there is a B stack on this eco. Now, unfortunately for them, it's not a B stack, and they haven't sold this fake at all so far. So these A players are going to have to do a little bit of prodding, Dan.
Yeah, and this pacing is an interesting one because you've got to be careful not to shoot yourself in the foot by just running out of time when you're playing the anti-eco here, and I do fear for Furia in this position.
But it looks like they are repositioned. They're repositioning this B site, so they're blindly going to go with a B hit here. I'm sure the Sova's recon has charged up. There it is, yep, and he's going to shoot that probably into the site any second now. That'll give a ton of information. The site's empty. This is going to be a free take, Dan. And I'm curious, is Sentinels going to go for the frags into the site, or are they going to try to box them in, get some exits, and do some economic damage?
Yeah, I feel, especially as they are Sentinels, that they would want to try to take some fights here, and they're actually all gathering towards spawn. So it's feeling more committed as opposed to boxing them in here. All 5 players coming through spawn in towards that B site. How many will they be able to find here? Of course, there is another nebula there that is blocking vision. ShahZaM will get a freebie through the smoke as dapr falls. So it's looking quite labored, and not really seeing all that much promise here so far for Sentinels in this one. There we go, Sick finally able to get a little bit of damage, but just one frag so far. And in fact, Furia happy to go for the challenges. Losing 2 players now, but as you say, Sean, this is really what they were looking for here, Sentinels, as TenZ gets another opportunity, but of course the shutdown is through, and that's the 2-0 opening here for Furia. Yeah, and you can see that Furia have not really invested here either, kept what they had, just shoring it up with a couple of sheriffs. Mid presence here for Furia. They do like to put pressure on this mid position and to deny the attackers from, or rather, sorry, the other way around. Furia likes to deny the defenders mid-control. And you see in this round in particular, Mazin just going to walk up with the sheriff by himself.
Yeah, and yet again, Dan, look, if the Sentinels gave up A main control, they're playing in the blind here. They're stacking 3 to the A site because they have no info. So if you look over at this B site, Shaz is here all alone. He does have the cheese Odin spam ready to go, though, Dan. This could get ugly.
Oh, I'm so afraid.
Oh, God.
I'm so afraid for Furia. And there it comes, but looks like he'll pull off of it. They are too deep, so nothing from the Odin. So the first hurdle has been passed there for Furia, but still looking to make their way forward. They've managed to get a 4th position on xand with that Jett dashing in, and now the rest of them starting to file into the site. And great headshots coming through off of this Sheriff, no less. And that's a huge opening into the site.
Spike planted.
Sentinels in a very difficult retake here, Dan. 2-on-4, but the trade frags come in. Brings it down to a 2-on-3. Both players from Sentinels far off their ults. Turret spot Sick on the way in. And this will probably allow them to reset. They might have to save, Dan.
Yeah, not looking good here, but you can see dappr's looking for some amount of damage, and he's going to bait somebody out, and there we go. Khalil will give him what he wants, and a beautiful cleanup coming through from Furia. 3 players surviving. Khalil's even picked up. In this particular round, they'll be looking for some early openings around Catwalk. They've got a setup there. They're leaving ShahZaM alone towards that B site. Has some cypher util from dapr to help him, but otherwise it's a stack towards this B site, and they would be correct here because here comes the push from Furia into the A site. Wow, xand absolutely no fear whatsoever, able to convert, taking Raptor's control just briefly.
Caution here.
The spike still needs to go down here. This is looking a little bit scary with the pressure from Sentinels coming through, but you can see that Furia are slowing it down. They've got the weaponry advantage, the utility advantage. They're playing it as disciplined as they can.
Yeah, they're going to sit on these ults too. They're going to build them, like I was saying. You know, that's going to make their following rounds so much more easy. Oh, what? xand spraying blindly through the smoke as the door breaks. Takes out Sick. Man, he's definitely been the most impactful duelist in this server so far.
Yes.
That's not what you want to see if you're a Sentinels fan.
Those are, I mean, of course, the frag doesn't really mean much in the scheme of things for the round as we see it cleared up by Furia, but those are nice ones to get because you feel awesome when you get those from Furia. Fast AB splits. We'll get the drone likely going up mid as well. They like to make sure that they can clear that position, keep the pressure on the defense by taking mid away. So the drone goes up early on here for Furia.
And it broke the trip, Dan. It broke the trip for Mazin, so he's now lurking mid with no trip there.
But here goes TenZ. He's looking for information. I think he's heard a step. Oh, there's the dash. Oh my god, able to get out of there. Cosmic Divide comes through. A delayed exec onto this B site. Oh, what a shot there from xand, and it is beautiful early on here from Furia. They have come to play.
That is so sick, Dan.
Oh man, this is insane. What a round from Furia. They completely demolished Sentinels. Yeah. And it's really smart too because Furia were representing a slow default. And they were ready to just pounce on an info gathering play like we just saw. They got lucky that time Furia, their TenZ was there in that particular instance. But back to the anti-eco. We've got Sheriffs on board here for Sentinels on the defense. The pressure comes through towards A main already. xand. Oh, it's just beautiful movement. He's making this look incredible so far on this Jett. And I am just afraid for Sentinels watching him, his POV at the moment. And after that initial pressure, we'll have dapr clearing the B side of the map. So, I mean, Sentinels, they have the information, but what do they do with it? TenZ is on that Bladestorm, and you just have to, you get a sense of how key he is in a round like this.
Yeah, and again, Furia is making the perfect rotation. You mentioned they're falling back to B. dapr has pushed through mid, and Shaz has actually reclaimed the B site. So this is the rotation Sentinels needed, but it's pretty much all on ShahZaM.
dapr would have heard the footsteps, I believe, in spawn as they were running.
Oh, the rotation's coming in, Dan. Look, TenZ is entering this B site right now.
It is really on TenZ here with the Bladestorm, and there we go. Great shots coming through from TenZ. The utility to slow things down. They can't refrag this. They have 30 seconds to try to recover, and they can't go to B. They've got to quickly abort, but straight into dapr. They've been fed into the machine, and here he goes. There's one for dapr, looking for the next one with the Sheriff. It's patient, but it's TenZ from mid with the Bladestorm to capitalize, and that is how you answer back. Great stuff from Sentinels, and I love on the position, and we'll see more aggression in mid early here for Sentinels. Just trying to contest this because I think they know that ultimately they'll rotate out of this position, most likely.
They're going back.
You're right, Sean, just as I say that.
This is insane. Drone wars.
The drone wars, and it's Furia to pick up the opening kill there. TenZ goes down. That's a huge pick off immediately. Oh, a second! I don't think Sick knew anything about that angle there, and early 5 versus 3 in favor of Furia.
Yeah, and the Seekers are out of the play too. Not much to work with on Cloud9 right here. Shaz, no utility remaining. The Recon's still charging. One frag though, and the Hunter's Fury can come on. That could change the round. And Furia's just waiting for a mistake to be made right now. They're just chilling in mid, and this is eventually going to be a mid-B split.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of information there with that turret damage coming through, and the collapse onto the B site now for Furia. dapr in the back of the site. He's good, but can he be this good? Got players from both angles. It's a nice initial kill onto xand. Can he find any more? dapr doing huge damage. It's only the 2 though, but maybe that's enough. Spike will go down the rotation already through spawn here from ShahZaM and zombs. Certainly a chance for them. We don't have a recon just yet, though, from ShahZaM. Doesn't look like they want to wait for it. They're going straight for the peaks. ShahZaM, very threatening there. NZR in the boathouse, trying to keep himself alive. ShahZaM making it happen. Mazin goes down. zombs takes down one more. It's up to NZR. In the 1 versus 2. They're looking for him. They know he's at backside. Oh my goodness, Sentinels. I have no idea how they handled that so well.
It all started with dapr, just nesting in the back of sight like that, using his cages to perfection. TenZ will fight mid, but I mean, you can see they're just 1-1-1-1 split all across the map right now on Sentinels, so it's not going to be any kind of coordinated aggression here.
Oh, we have a cat push coming in just to get some information, a bit of pressure, but we've got 4 ultimates online here for Sentinels, so they can play retake so effectively. The Cosmic Divide, the Hunter's Fury, the Seekers, they have so much to work with in that sense, so I feel like it does allow them to play
the drone missed TenZ. The drone missed TenZ, Dan. I couldn't agree more with what you said, but this drone, I think they believe TenZ isn't in mid. They are wrong, though, as he has shown.
That's a problem, and there's the follow-up. ShahZaM knows they're trying to shuffle up because of the information that TenZ got, and ShahZaM probably saw that off of the mini-map. And you can see NZR is trying to pressure into the A site now, but it's certainly a desperate recovery attempt now for Furia. Oh my god, they're going to drop down the Cosmic Divide. That's going to make life more difficult. They can't even get in here. And that's a spike that's just down in front of them for Sentinels. It's just full control right now.
It's really just not fair, Dan, when you have to run through a Cosmic Divide into a smoke, into a gravity well, you know, just one agent.
It's interesting, though, Sean, because I feel like that's a lot of respect that Sentinels are giving Furia to use the Cosmic Divide, because they had quite a big ultimate lead, and they're like, we are just going to guarantee that we win this round, no matter what.
They needed to guarantee not only that they won this round, though, Dan, they needed to do it cleanly, right? And right now, no one has died on their team. They're looking at a Prime Gaming flawless, but they need to build an economy if they want to come back in this game, and this is a start.
Yeah, certainly is, and that's the thing.
Around, and I think they have the right read. Cam in the window early from dapr gives some info that this is more than just a B default.
Yeah, that spot there, I think that kind of blew up this opening for Furia. They're just holding position now, looking for a response in mid. There goes that drone. We saw that before. They've done this before. They drone mid, and then they delay push, delay exec into the B site.
But the counter drone from ShahZaM gives all the info, Dan. No one is in mid, and he knows that, look, he's rolling into the B site. They're going to have a 3-stack here before a frag even goes down.
Oh, the bait setup, though. dapr's got to get something, but nothing! He gets absolutely nothing, and the same story for TenZ, and that's a free B site now. Here coming through for Furia, and Sentinels. They're in a lot of trouble here. I'm not sure exactly how their money is at the moment, but this is a scary position to be in. They've only got the Seekers for the retake. Sick with the pickup onto Khalil, trying to set up in a forward position. We have a long rotation around from B main, coming through from QCK, looking for the craziest of timings.
It really could be insane too, Dan, because he has the res, and if both of these Sentinel players end up in the site, that could come into play.
There we go. There it is, coming into play. ShahZaM will take down QCK. There's 2 players left here for ShahZaM to try to find, but he's on sova. This will be difficult here for ShahZaM. No util to aid him, and there's the peak coming through.
This is a bad game for TenZ. That's how much of a star player he typically is.
And you can see TenZ this time going for that early A-main aggression, but we get great util coming through from Furia in that early setup to win that early control. They pick up the orb as well. So early victories here for them, and they've... Oh, never mind. Never mind. The rotation through to B here for Furia as well. But that's the lockdown gone, and that's a huge problem.
Yeah. Shaz knows this player's here. He broke the cam, and now the recon has not pinged him. That means Shaz knows this guy's aggressive. Mazin's aggressive in B main. The res is definitely coming in here. We're going to have a 5v5, Dan, and it's definitely ending in this B site. The wall's going to go up. Is Shaz going to be ready for this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Getting that lockdown back in play. There's the wall, the boost here for xand, looking for it. There's the res on Khalil, so that will enable them to use a lockdown, but they're actually not going into the B side. They're going back into mid right now to catch the rotation from Catwalk. but there is no rotation just yet. Sentinels starting to put the pieces together. The ISO comes in to slow things down. There's 30 seconds on the clock. How much damage does Sick get here? Nothing. Better angle for NZR as they now spill through the tree position into TenZ's crosshair, and he's slowing things down. They can't afford to lose this time. They've got 15 seconds to plant this spike, and I don't know how they get onto the side. They're coming through, but TenZ still locking things down. Cloudburst up high as he goes for the reposition, and he's got zombs to fall back on as well. Zombs, though, it's just going to be on TenZ's shoulders, but looks like that is a steady pair of hands, but finally he'll go down, but he's done enough here. Dan. He's done enough. No time exactly for them to plant this spike. Oh,
wow.
Wow.
They just got bailed out big time.
Yeah, I was going to say easiest Red Bull clutch of ShahZaM's life, wasn't it? Yeah. Walking in, yeah, went by time. We've got that, once again, into that mid presence. You love this from Sentinels, keeping the pressure on, forcing util to be used to push them off of these early positions.
You see, Sentinels doesn't really understand what's on. They're running back towards their spawn. They're breaking the turret in mid. Yeah, Shaz is repositioning now into this B site. He's going to go, up on that platform. Maybe get ready to spam here. Still has the Odin.
Out of charges.
Yeah, Khalil has that lockdown that they were going to use, or were thinking to use for that previous round. So it seems like they want to get the lockdown play in again.
That was an interesting little... Shaz just used a shock dart. And like you said, this lockdown's here. It's not going to get broken.
Oh, I think Shaz has been tagged. Yep, he'll go down. That's a big Hunter's Fury coming through there from Fury, but still have dapr in position. Can they take down dapr? They can't get past the angle just yet. xand there at the back is looking to do all of the damage. He'll take out dapr. That will unlock his other players to get into the site for the take and for that spike plant. But
30 seconds left.
TenZ is ever dangerous. He looks for a timing. There's the swing from Spawn, and the Cosmic Divide comes through defensively for Furia. Quick flash there from Sick, looking to try to gain some position. TenZ will take down one. It's looking quite labored here, but still good chance for Sentinels as they try to make their way forward. Sick able to take down one more, and a very desperate push from QCK, trying to find the timing, and that leaves it all down to NCR. They know that he's locked out by B main, and here comes the pressure. There goes the defuse. NCR gets one. Does Sick go for the stick? He tries to go for the spam. He has to run it down. I don't know if he has time. Sick not coming off of that defuse. My God, Sick with nerves of steel is going to win that one. Round of the half, we have not a very good buy coming through from Furia. We'll have to see how they play this one out. TenZ will take out that Blade Storm. See what he can do with it in this final round of the first half. We have, of course, control for A main with Furia. And I think Furia have a sense that it's this early cat presence once again. They've seen it a couple times here from Sentinels.
Spike dropped.
Triple setup on Catwalk. And I think at some point this round will probably go to Catwalk, because every time there's been a heavy top mid presence, that's where the strat goes.
Yeah, Furia with a slower pace than perhaps you would expect against Sentinels.
Dan, I will say the Nightmare Fuel is that quick walls off this tree position. He's done it before. So they can single off TenZ and then just leave these two out of the picture, and the A side is theirs. That could very well happen right now, because we are grouping for a Furia cat hit.
Yeah, they're looking to set up an info trap here as well with this pause. I think Furia, they're looking to catch Sentinels playing over aggressively, but they're not doing it there. Content with this. Oh my God, that's disgusting from TenZ. How does he find a headshot there? Picks xand out of the sky, and now 4 versus 4. More frags from TenZ. It absolutely is the TenZ show right now. And what does Furia do here? They managed to get the spike planted. However, TenZ is still alive, and that is obviously a problem. Here he goes, tries to find the pixel angles with that Blade Storm, but Mazin will take him down with the Guardian. 1 versus 3, and, well, never mind. Sentinels pick up the final round of the first half, and they're going to equalize here, 6-6. And let's not forget, we had a 5-0 streak early on from Furia.
A 5-0 streak with so many man-up scenarios at top mid from Sentinels. There's going to be a bloodbath.
And we get a trade onto Mr. TenZ straight away, but here comes xand down cat, and he looks like he's hungry to push the issue all the way. The dash is able to help him survive, and backing away is difficult. It does have support here, but that cage from dapr enabled him to isolate xand there. So that's just dapr with those cypher things, but still, 3 versus 3 on the reset with over a minute to go. Sentinels have plenty of time to figure this one out.
Dan, is that an Astra with a Sheriff on a pistol round? Mazin
You're damn
is such a Chad. I love that. I love that. Sentinels regrouping for the A hit here. And this is actually a great setup from Furia. They have the Sage in the site, QCK making first contact. And I mentioned Mazin on catwalk. He's going to be quick there to rotate.
QCK. Oh, that's some good tagging. Mazin unable to find the finishing blows though, and QCK, unfortunately for Furia, goes down very quickly on the side. Don't believe they broke the door actually, so this will be pretty easy and telegraphed. They're just going to swing to win here, Furia, and this is very, very tough. All these pieces coming through. There's just one left though, but a huge health advantage for zombs. And Mazin, oh my goodness, he somehow finds that one with the headshot. Unbelievable. Zombs had so many advantages, Sean.
Oh my goodness. He had the frenzy too, Dan. All he needed to do was connect a bullet or two. But that
up though, looking to go together, I would imagine. But Furia, as you noted, a lot of mid presence. Aren't the team spotting anything just yet? Both teams wanting to see what the other team is going to do in terms of first action.
Yeah, this is a terrifying setup, actually. I would be willing to bet this is a bit of a counter. Maybe Furia has a read that Sentinels likes to clear out mid on these rounds and then go into a site hit, right? Trying to pull a rotation into mid. They like to break this alarm bot, and that's why they put the alarm bot in the middle. It's a bait. They're trying to actually force Sentinels into this bait setup.
And the last thing you want to do against Sentinels in a round like this, where you've picked up that pistol, is give them the opportunity to pop off with the Marshal or the Sheriff, give them that long-range damage. That's how they get into this round. So you can see that's being completely denied. A mid-round or even late-round drone comes through. That gives a lot of information to Furia to help them understand how to position. But with that said, rotation is looking like it's coming here for Sentinels through to Cat.
What a read, too, because if you look at this, the Astra is solo in A Raptors.
Left.
This site is definitely going to be lost. The plant will certainly go down. And there's going to be a 5-on-5 retake, Dan.
And I mean, there should be a lot of close-range engagements for those SMGs to really pay off, but Mazin actually ahead of the Nebula here, looking to find some early damage. Knows where the spike's being planted, can call out the gen plant. There's a whiff, though. Or did he get to... Actually, no, he got tagged. Who am I kidding? It's TenZ, of course. You can see the pressure coming through now as they set up the retake. Oh, that's a huge wall, and that is going to trigger 4 kills in quick succession from Furia, and there's no response because there's a big fat wall in the way. Zombs, though, biding his time. They don't know where he is, but there are plenty of players to cover every eventuality. What a setup from Furia.
What a setup. It's actually incredible. The walls from QCK have won. So Mazin as an Astra, unlike zombs, is aggressively peeking into A main, right? He has this info. He's forcing people to take this line from him with abilities. So that's a piece of utility Sentinels will need to expend to push him off that angle, to force more of a rotate into this A site, because otherwise we're still dealing with the triangle setup on mid.
Trailblazer coming through into mid to spot information, but that gets shut down. So not a lot of info garnered from that one. Here comes the clearance. That's a fantastic shock dog. There's that defensive reaction with the ice orb. xand able to get out of position as well. So a minute left, and this is good information, good clearance of utility from Sentinels so far.
Yeah, this is a great job by Sentinels. They've completely broken up that mid setup, and they've wasted all the utility on those players. But now they're going right into the stack, Dan.
And oh, but Mazin able to take down TenZ. You knew that he had a weak opponent, but it doesn't seem to matter too much. Sentinels doing a great job in dealing the damage. They're going to have a spike plant here, but still 2 players left alive. Spectres, though, for Khalil and then ZR in the retake. And I believe the door is down, so they only have to look at rafters right now. Sentinels have all the information. That's some quick information there. Seeing, hearing who shot the dart as it came through. As they edge their way forward, but lacking health, lacking utility. Need that first kill, and it's not going to be given. His 6th first kill instead, and the 2nd for the triple. And for the first time here on the defensive side, looking to gain control around mid.
Ooh, is Zombs going to peek? Zombs.
Got to be careful. That's going to take... Oh, actually, xand gets attacked by the drone as well. And then, oh, look how quick they are behind that. Straight up into market with the Seekers. Sick, looking for the entries. Catches Khalil without the gun in hand. They're so quick. xand, though, still on the site. Still with the operator. Rotation's coming in, and they're trying to slow this one down. Furia are trying to slow it down. And the Cosmic Divide, that might slow it down enough to allow the rotation to come in to help. Reaction, though.
Either that or it's created a prison for these B players, Dan, because now they're trapped behind their own Cosmic Divide.
Yeah, not a good look, and you know that they are completely boxed in, so there goes the spike all the way to the A site. So you like the idea, well, the idea is cool, the reactive Cosmic Divide to buy time, but after those 2 kills in spawn from Sentinels, it just fell apart. But can they keep the operator alive? That's the mission right now, but xand walks straight into it. They were never letting him out of that cage.
Dear God.
8-8, we're all tied up, and it will be an eco for Furia. That round broke their economy. And we've got a fast B movement from Sentinels. And speaking of catching people off guard, actually, it looked like Zap out of timing. Oh no, Khalil finds one as well. They can't capitalize. Sick, tries to trade Khalil!
Through the cloud burst, Dan.
How dare he?
That is 2
crazy.
on 4 now in Furia's favor. Now, they don't have a lot of guns to work with, but Khalil has, he's farmed this lockdown.
Absolutely bodacious plays from Furia on the defense now. Sentinels have to recover that spike. They've got no other options.
I mean, I don't even know what you do if you're Sentinels right now. They have to get a frag. Maybe Shaz can pop a blind Hunter's Fury, or maybe he can get a little bit of info.
Managed to grab it at least. It's 50 seconds. I mean, the problem is that Furia, they have to assume that Furia has pushed other parts of the map.
Yeah, but the first mission here in this type of scenario, Dan, is get the spike with a lot of time on the clock. And the reason being is you have to allow that seed of doubt to form in the defense's mind. They have to think that you fell back. And that's just not happening because, as you mentioned, the Furia's
well,
the Astra's top mid, but the frags are all going Sentinel's way.
They've actually now, they forced their way into advantage now. This is, officially they have advantage now. 2 versus 2, better weapons on the after plant. Here comes QCK. The cheeky shot's not working out for him or his teammates, but Mazin could perhaps change the story. Or maybe not, it's been spotted now, so this is very tough. However, ShahZaM is 1 bullet away, but is he ever peeking? He doesn't have to. He's playing a setup that his zombs will take first contact, and then ShahZaM can peek. It's a simple tried and tested setup, and zombs is going to absolutely destroy Mazin. What a recovery. Was that 2 versus 4? I think it was.
It was.
Operator back in hand for xand. Is looking for that mid jump peak. And he will get tagged, unfortunately, and unable to hold that position any longer. And in the meantime, Sentinels taking some space towards B main. Furia win A main control once again. Trailblazer goes down, looking for info outside of B main into the B site. There's that cat wall as well.
Yeah, and Sentinels has taken B main. They're trying to force the Sova to rotate over to B to help out Killjoy. They've done that. They have done their goal, and now they will go back to A main and try to take this engagement. This is a very dangerous situation for Mazin because of all of this initiator utility.
And with that wall still up, it gives Furia an easy understanding that they don't have to look towards cat just yet. There comes out Hunter's Fury, the flash as well to Mazin, but he's totally fine. Dodges the Hunter's Fury. Very nice. Seekers come through from Sentinels to try to entry into the site here. And looks like they may be to push things back, but there's xand. Oh, he doesn't get one. That's crazy. Very unfortunate there for xand and Furia. The Sentinels start to spill into the site, and there goes the spike planting as well. And they've got a great hold here. This is going to take a lot from Furia, but they are just losing absolutely everybody. Look at ShahZaM go. And Sentinels will shut it down, and that was a... And so we'll do quite well off of these pistols previously. See if they can do it again, although they can close that one. Oh, well, Sentinels. I was going to say they're playing that kind of very passive anti-eco setup in the early round, and there we go, we get a catch. Mazin goes down towards A main.
And this, Dan, is just, this is what happens when you run a default, right? And what I mean by that is zombs has done this every round. He's played super passive around A. I even pointed out earlier, he gave up A main control, right? Mazin's kind of wondering in the back of his head, can I just push through this? Is anyone here? I mean, you would hate to go through the whole match and have there be no one there when you look back at the VOD. So he tests it out here, gets burned, and now look at this 3-on-5. Shaz runs.
Wow.
What?
He just doesn't give a damn.
Spike planted.
Doesn't give a damn, ShahZaM.
The man through the smoke, but it's going to be tough to get some damage from this one. Sentinels, you know, they saw the Brazilian confidence and they're meeting it with some of their own. It's a nice little frag at the end of it. And
across the map has helped that tremendously.
Yeah, we can see that. We've got Sage there, QCK in market. 3 players here, quick to a response on the defense for Furia. Oh, xand is in a dodgy position. Oh, they'll shoot out the Trailblazer for him so he can get the pick on the dapr. Beautiful early setup there from Furia. There goes that wall in mid. What does that tell Sentinels? They're starting to rotate very quickly to catwalk.
Yeah, what it tells them is that Sage was mid. She wants to rotate as quick as possible to B to help the teammates out, so they know 3 people are B. They're trying to quickly come into this A site. There's the tree smoke going down. 2 by A main. Getting slowed down, Dan.
Yeah, the Hunter's Fury comes in too, trying to catch them going through toward tree, but 50 seconds, there's actually a lot of time for Sentinels still. They walk through. Oh, the angle from Khalil is great. And Mazin there to back it up. It's TenZ on the other side of it, though. And it's just TenZ and zombs. They're split. 1 A main, 1 catwalk, and time is against them now. 40 seconds to go. A full rotation from the defense of Furia on this A site. They don't have to give anything here. They can force Sentinels to go deep, but xand wants to take control of this one. But there's still TenZ, and he has a Blade Storm. Again, not much time there. TenZ needs to get the action. And they're going to give it to him. And he's going to get caught by NZR. Beautiful finish.
TenZ going to get aggressive on B again.
Can he find anything? Oh, we know that dapr wants to do it. Waiting as long as he could, hoping that dapr would peek behind that Trailblazer, but no. dapr knows better. And there goes the drone. And dapr's going to try to deal with that one. Everybody else evacuates. And we'll get a fast rotation from Sentinels towards A main. A main has been Mazin's territory, and they'll hear the pickup of the ultimate orb.
Yeah, and meanwhile, QCK has taken control, B main walled, and is on the wall. All of the info, Dan. The stack is coming into A right now.
And this is going to be a tough one. The Cosmic Divide will block off that Raptors position. That will commit players from Furia to drop through. And you can see the Sentinels are beyond the angle. They're able to defend, but the lineup comes through. But Mazin only able to find 1 from that one. And now Furia, they're in so much trouble here. They're in so much trouble. Do they try to commit the weapons into this one? Will they have enough for another operator? I don't know. They need an argument to go forward. They need somebody to give them something for them to want to commit their entire weaponry into this site. But I don't think that's happening right now, Sean.
Oh no, with dapr in this corner right now, are they going to clear this? He peeks out. That's the info, Dan. This might be the in that you were talking about.
Looking for the angle, but if there's a man that knows this angle, it's dapr. Trying to tease him out here, but he's so patient. And just continuation spray. He expects a trade fragger to come forward, and they are committing at least 1 extra, well, 2 extra guns there. xand will escape with that operator, but 12 rounds for Sentinels coming up.
Yeah, and I mean, not many teams in Valorant have come back against the leading Sentinels team. Impressive here this round.
And they swap Sage QCK back to A main as well, so they move QCK around a lot. Looking for aggressive A main control. They could find zombs here. Hunter gets unleashed.
It's a blind ult onto the killjoy connector, and she dodges everything. Zomb's getting pushed A main. There's a trip protecting him, but he's out. This is a fast mid-B split, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. That wall on A main, that means nothing, and it's going to be all down to NZR trying to defend, trying to get ahead of this one. TenZ is around the corner of that Blade Storm, but in comes xand as well, and trying to capitalize, just use some element of surprise to his advantage, but jett diffed by TenZ. Mazin and QCK remaining. There goes the res. Oh, Khalil will be not able to get up there. ShahZaM with the punish. And it's looking like Sentinels are about to pick up map 1 of this series. All that stands in their way now is Mazin. And that Cosmic Divide is going to be somewhat helpful, but there's so many players here. There's that quick pop flash, and actually Sig flashes himself, but doesn't matter.